Covering the islands of the Bahamas, ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight.
Good evening and welcome to The Bahamas Tonight. I'm Giovanni Stewart. Happy Father's Day. Police Commissioner Ellison Greenslade says he welcomes the government's stated policy of rehiring retired police officers. Recently, National Security Minister Dr. Bernard Nottage said some of those officers whom they determined were prematurely retired will rejoin the force. Commissioner Greenslade says their experience will greatly assist the force in fighting crime, but hiring retired police officers is not a new policy.
We have a lot of persons who've retired from the police department, healthy-bodied, still very concerned about the Bahamas, concerned about what is happening in the Bahamas, and have an option to rejoin the police department as reserve police officers. That's not something new. It is something exciting because I'm always excited when I can get back a qualified detective who wishes to come back and read a murder case or a file that we might refer to as a cold case and might uncover some leads that might lead us to a suspect. That could only help. And so I'm very pleased to tell you that yes, I have taken back several former officers who left with senior rank. I've restored the senior ranks to them. Very pleased to have them back on board, and I intend to take many more.
Meantime, the search continues for 52-year-old Chancellor Baptiste, captain of the sunken vessel Glory Time. The boat went down in Abaco waters last week. 11 bodies were pulled from that wreck, 6 survived and others are still missing. Baptiste stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He's described as being bald and of a medium build. Police say if you have any information on Baptiste, you should give them a call at Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. Now, yesterday, police told us that up to 8 men were being questioned about that boat tragedy. All of the suspects are of Haitian descent, and possible charges are pending. As we get deeper into the rainy season, the Department of Environmental Health is taking on an even more aggressive educational and community-based approach to prevent any serious outbreaks of the deadly mosquito-borne dengue fever this year. In 2011, there was an unprecedented outbreak of dengue fever in the Bahamas, with hundreds of confirmed cases, but thousands more treated for dengue-like symptoms. There was also a reported death from the virus, transmitted by the people-loving and aggressive Aedes aegypti mosquito. Director of Environmental Health Services, Melanie McKenzie, says the new strategy to control its spread, codenamed the Fight the Bite campaign, is a part of a bigger overall vector control program.
With a component of education and promotion, and as the other component cleanup, and as the other part of that program, there's the treatment, the larviciding, and the adulticiding. If you do your education right, and you do your treatment right, and you do the cleanup right, you have very little adulticiding to do.
In other words, there will be less of a need to kill adult mosquitoes because they won't ever reach maturity. The Environmental Health Director says that fogging is ongoing and the mosquito population is down despite the recent heavy rains. McKenzie says the department has reached out to school and community groups as a part of the education process,
so that they can tell us where they know standing water is. Like sometimes people have moved away from home and there was a well. We don't know it because the property is now overgrown, but the neighborhood knows it. And so they can tell us, okay, in that property next door, there is a well, and we can search it out, we can treat it. That protects that community. Or if there is an abandoned home with a pool, and the community knows it, we will go and we will address the pool.
Meantime, McKenzie once again offers these tips to help you fight against another dengue outbreak.
It takes you 10 minutes on every week to just check your yard, make sure your containers are covered, or you empty out any standing water, you fill in what needs to be filled in, or you throw away what you're not using that can accumulate water and then breed mosquitoes.
Still to come in the Bahamas tonight, the performing arts helping to shape well-rounded students.